Yeah.
එහෙනම් බුද්ධ පූජාව තියන්නේ කවුරුත් බුදු ඇඳුරට එන්න. එළි ඉන්න කාටත් එන්න කියන්න. We are going to start the puja first. So please everybody come to the shrine room to join the puja. පොඩ මෙහෙට කරත් කවන්නේ නේ. ඔව් පොඩ මෙහෙට කරා. කට්ටිය එනකම් පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. හරි. කවුරුත් ඉතිපිසෝ ගාතාව කියමු. සාදු 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 ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝක සරණරන්තිය පුරිස ධම්ම සාරථි සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝක අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්ම සාරථි සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විඤ්ඤාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝක අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්ම සාරථි සත්තා දේව මනුස්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවාති sadhu sadhu sadhu. So please be seated. Oh yeah, yeah. Again. Okay, first of all, I would like to wish you all happy Vesak, and thank you for coming to celebrate the Vesak at Great Lakes Buddhist Vihara. I have a few things to remind you. So, we have been having this Vesak week, a week-long Vesak program. We started last Monday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we had a special meditation and Dhamma discussions and Dhamma sermons. And yesterday, we had a day-long still day retreat. Many devotees came to temple and observed higher precepts. And our friends from Wayne State University, they offered the lunch dana for the monks and still observants. So yesterday was a very special day that we practiced the Dhamma, conducting many spiritual religious activities. And today we have our main Vesak celebration. So first of all, I would like to welcome Sunim Haju from Zen Buddhist Temple in Ann Arbor. So she accepted my kind invitation to join this Vesak celebration today. She's doing a great job, wonderful service to the community, to the Buddha Sasana in Ann Arbor area. And I know she's very busy traveling, preaching the Dhamma, teaching meditation, giving Dhamma talks and everything. So she was very kind to accept my invitation to visit our temple for the first time and even to talk to our congregation to teach some Dhamma today. So I thank Sunim Haju for accepting our kind invitation. So she will have our main Dhamma talk after the puja. Today's program includes the Buddha Puja, usual Buddha Puja, observing precepts. We will have that special Buddha Puja now, and then we have the special Dhamma talk, and after that we have a devotional song singing by our Dhamma school kids and our adults, our parents, which will be conducted by the river. Today is a wonderful day, I think. So that's why we have our Vesak celebration later in the spring. Otherwise, we may have to celebrate Vesak in the rain or in the snow, so which we don't want to have. So it has been a nice, wonderful day to celebrate Vesak, which really reminds me of a very special part of the Dhamma, exactly, which comes in the Ratana Sutta. It explains the Buddha's teachings is wonderful. Gimhana mase patamasmin gimhe tatupaman dhamma varanga Nibbana gaming paramang hitaya. Idampi buddhe ratanam panitang etena satchena suatti hotu. Which simply means the quality of the Dhamma, when it is practiced, when it is cultivated, just like the blooming flowers in the early spring, early months of the spring. What a wonderful experience to see that transformation in the nature, how our minds are blooming, seeing that beauty in the nature. So Buddha explains his teachings also having that unique quality. Whoever cultivates the Dhamma, whoever practices the teachings of the Buddha would experience this precious, wonderful happiness, peace, and harmony in everyday life. So that is exactly what we are experiencing today, celebrating the Vesak on this wonderful day. So you will enjoy these interesting activities today here. So with that devotional singing, after that we have a flower basket auction as a small fundraiser to the temple, and also in the end of the program there will be a dansala, free food donation. You will enjoy this free food. So this is something special we enjoy in Sri Lanka, dansala. So it is very close to our Vesak celebration. So this is our short program today. I hope you will enjoy. So now, in order to observe 5 precepts before the puja, please say Namo Tassa 3 times.
Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅඝaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sangan Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhan Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhamman Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Sangan Saranang Gacchami. Pānātipātā Veramani Sikkhapadan Samatiyāmi. Adinnādhāna Veramani Sikkhapadan Samatiyāmi. Kāmesu Miccāchārā Veramani Sikkhapadan Samatiyāmi. Musāvādā Veramani Sikkhapadan Samatiyāmi. Surāmeraya Maccapamādatthāna Veramani Sikkhapadan Samatiyāmi. Sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, now let's chant the gathas together to offer all these puja items, the candles, incense, beautiful flowers, and beverages to the Lord Buddha, paying our respect and gratitude to our great master, the Lord Buddha, on the day that we celebrate the Vesak, the Buddha's birth, his great enlightenment, attainment of Buddhahood, and his great passing away to the Parinibbana. So, having this deep devotion, confidence in the triple gem and our own Dhamma practice, let's recite the gathas together to offer the Buddha Puja. අපි කවුරුත් එක විට වන්දනා ගාථා කියමින් ඊටාම ශ්‍රද්ධාවෙන් අද මේ වෙසක් සමරන දවසේ අපි කවුරුත් එකවර ගාථා කියලා තෙරුවන් වන්දනා කරමින් බුද්ධ පූජාව පූජා කරමු භාවනාවක් වශයෙන්. සාදු 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 නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස නමෝ තස්ස භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්ස ඉතිපිසෝ භගවා අරහං සම්මා සම්බුද්ධෝ විජ්ජාචරණ සම්පන්නෝ සුගතෝ ලෝකවිදු අනුත්තරෝ පුරිස ධම්මසාරථි සත්තා දේව මනුන්සානං බුද්ධෝ භගවා බුද්ධං ජීවිත පරියන්තං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි ස්වාක්ඛාතෝ භගවතා ධම්මෝ සම්දිට්ඨිකෝ අකාලිකෝ ඒහිපස්සිකෝ ඕපනයිකෝ පච්චත්තං වේදිතම්බෝ විඤ්ඤෝහිති ධම්මං ජීවිත පරියන්තං සරණං ගච්ඡාමි සුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ උජුපටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ඥාය පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ සාමීචි පටිපන්නෝ භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ යදිදං චත්තාරි පුරිස යුගානි අට්ඨ ඒස භගවතෝ සාවක සංඝෝ ආහුනේයෝ පාහුනේයෝ දක්ඛිනේයෝ අංජලි කරණී අනුත්තරං පුඤ්ඤක්ඛිතං ලෝකස්සාති සංඝං ජීවිත පරියන්තං සරණං වන්දාමි චේතියං සම්බං සම්බඨානි සුපතින්ඨි සාරීරික ධාතු මහා බෝධින් බුද්ධ රූපං සකලං ඝනසාරම්භ දිත්තේන දීපේන තමධං තිලෝක දීපං සම්බුද්ධං පූජයාමි තමුනුදං ගන්ධ සම්භාර යුත්තේන ධූපේනහං සුගන්ධ පූජයේ පූජනීයන්තං පූජා භාජන මුත්තමං වන්න ගන්ධ ගුණෝපේතං ඒතං කුසුම සන්ත පූජයාමි මුනින්දන්ස සිරිපාද සරෝරුහේ පූජේමි බුද්ධං කුසුමේන නේන පුඤ්ඤේන මේතේන ච හෝතු මොක්ඛං පුප්පං මිලායති යථා ඉදම්මේ කායෝ තථායති විනාශ අධිවාසේ තුනෝ භන්තේ පානීයං උපනාමි අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම අධිවාසේ තුනෝ භන්තේ ගිලාන පච්චයං අනුකම්පං උපාදාය පතිගන්හාතු උත්තම ඉමාය බුද්ධ පූජාය කතාය සුද්ධ චේතසා චිරං තිට්ඨතු සද්ධම්මෝ ලෝකෝ හෝතු ඉමිනා පුඤ්ඤ කම්මේන මාමේ බාල සමාගමෝ සතං සමාගමෝ හෝතු යාව නිම්බාන පත්ති කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කම්මේ භන්තේ භූරි පඤ්ඤ තථාගත කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා කතං අච්චයං කම්මේ ධම්ම සම්දිත්තික අකාලික කායේන වාචා චිත්තේන පමාදේන මයා අච්චයං කම්මේ සංඝ සුපටිපන්න අනුත්තර සාදු සාදු සාදු. So now let's practice the loving kindness meditation for a couple of minutes, making yourself very comfortable and relaxed, sitting upright with gently closed eyes, Understanding your sitting posture, the way you are seated. Feel the presence of yourself in this peaceful atmosphere. Taking a few deep in-breaths and out-breaths, some long, gentle, mindful breaths, releasing any tension and negative energies from your body. You may bring your total attention to your body and mind, to your inner experience. And feeling your entire body with the mind, being very friendly to yourself. You may wish yourself and bless yourself from the bottom of your heart for your physical and mental well-being. Repeating these loving, compassionate thoughts and phrases again and again, understanding the meaning of them, experiencing the qualities of love within yourself, within your body and mind. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be relaxed. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be relaxed. May I be peaceful. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be relaxed. May I be peaceful. Feeling the deep sense of connectedness with yourself, feel the love in the center of your heart, and let this positive energy, the vibration of your own love and compassion, resonate through each and every single part of your body, healing your entire being. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be relaxed. May I be peaceful. And extending your love towards all living beings in the world, in the universe, letting your love go to all beings in all directions, broadening your heart, broadening your mind, feeling the deep sense of connectedness with all beings, including all of us who are here now. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be relaxed. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be relaxed. May all beings be peaceful. Now with this happy mind, with this loving, compassionate mind, wishing ourselves and all beings all the happiness, peace and harmony. Let's chant the Metta Sutra together. Karaniya mantha kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamitcha sakkong jucha sujucha suvacho chansa mundu anatimani santosakocha subharocha appakinchocha sallamukabun santinriyocha nipakocha appagambo kulesu ananugindho nacha kundang samacare kinchiyena vinyo pare sukhino akhemino hontu sabbe santa bhavantu sukhitanta ye kecipan bhutanti tasavathāvarāvā anvasesa dīghāvāyi mahantava majjhimaransakanukatula ditthavāyiva additthayeca dure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavesiva sambe sattha bhavantu sukhitanta neparo parang nikumbetha nati manyetha kantha vyārosana patigha saññānañña maññassa dukkha micceya mātā yatha niyam puttang āyusā eka putta manurakhe evampi sambhūtesu mānasaṁ bhāvaye apari mittāṁ ca sambhalokasmiṁ mānasaṁ bhāvaye aparimānaṁ uddhaṁ adhoca tiriyaṁ ca asambādhaṁ aviraṁ asapattāṁ titthaṁ charaṁ nisinno vā sayano vā yāvataṁ savigatamindho etaṁ satiṁ adhinteyya brahmametaṁ vihāraṁ idha ditthiṁ ca anupagamma sīlavā dansanena sampanno kāmesu vinayya gedhaṁ nahi jātu gambaseyyaṁ titi etena sañca vajjena sattite hotu sambada etena sañca vajjena sambharogo vinansa etena sañca vajjena hotu te sabbithiyo vivajjantu sambharogo vinansato māte bhavantantarayo sukhi dīghāyuko bhava Bhavatu Sambha Mangalang Rakhantu Sambha Devata Sambha Buddhanubhavena Sada Sunti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sambha Mangalang Rakhantu Sambha Devata Sambha Dhammanubhavena Sada Sunti Bhavantu Te Bhavatu Sambha Mangalang Rakhantu Sambha Devata Sambha Sanghanubhavena Sada Sunti Bhavantu Nakkantayanka bhutanang papangah nivarana parintassanubhavena hantu te samupanda akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu sasanang akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu desanang Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahiddhika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakhantu tvam sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now I respectfully invite the abbot of the Zen Buddhist temple in Ann Arbor, Sunim Haju, to deliver his special Dhamma talk today.
A very warm day, yet flags fly and lanterns waft in celebration of Buddha's birthday here at the Vihara. It's my delight, actually, to be here because a little bit about me. I grew up in Vancouver, Canada, and I moved to Toronto where I met Buddhism. And I met Buddhism through a lot of traditional Buddhists from the Korean Zen tradition. People very much like yourselves. I would see them preparing for puja. I would see them cooking and cooking. I would see them so happy when there were special celebrations. And they are the ones that really were my first experience of Buddhism. So when I see many of you, I think the same thing, because you are traditional Buddhists, and I'm kind of a new Buddhist in a certain sense. So it's really, I feel very humble trying to give a talk to you who have so much more experience. It's in your bones more, in a certain sense. And of course, your Bhante, Son Chicha, and your other bhikkhus, they all have probably a lot more training than me. Nevertheless, here we are, and I will try to offer you something from our Korean Zen tradition. Please tell me about how much time I have.
Can we do like half an hour, 40 minutes?
Okay, I will try. Okay. So I really like to thank you for inviting me. I don't usually go from our temple organization. We have beyond to other temple organizations. So it's a privilege for me to be here. Thank you. So one of the stories that we always tell around Buddha's birthday at our temples comes from the Jataka tales. And some of you may have heard it from me because I've told it at the Hunger Walk once. And some of you I know go to the Hunger Walk. And it's about when the Buddha was teaching in one of the parks, and at that time in this particular location, the people would put lanterns on the walk on the way to where the Buddha was teaching, so that when, after his teachings and the darkness came, they would be able to see their way home. And so some of the lanterns, I think, might have been like these lanterns with lights in them, so very beautiful lanterns. And I see around here big ones and small ones. I hear that the children and you all made them last week. And so there would be these lanterns all the way to where the Buddha was giving his talk. And there happened to be, in this particular small village, a very poor lady. She could not afford to get all of the things together to make the beautiful lanterns that everyone else had made. But she decided anyway she would get a lantern somehow. And she got an idea in her mind that she would go to the potter's place, and she knew that he threw out his not so good pots in the back, and there was a pile. So she asked him if she could go through and find any kind of a pot that she might use as a lantern. And he said yes. So she found a small pot. And then she went to the oil merchant's place and asked if she could please have some drops of oil to put in this little pot to make a lantern. And then she went and she found some straw. The oil merchant liked the old woman, and so he had given her some oil. And then with the straw, if you think of a piece of grass, she stripped it down so there were 3 pieces, kind of like the 3 refuges or the 3 jewels. And then she braided that piece of straw into a wick, and she put it with a stone in the oil. And she went in the evening carrying that, it was her puja, toward where the Buddha was teaching. And she found a place by the other big lanterns, and she put it down, and she managed to light it, and there it was. And she went to hear the teachings of the Buddha, very happy. And then, after the teachings, everyone went home, and there was sleeping through the night, and it happened to be the job of the Buddha's disciple, Mahamoggallana. He was kind of the security person of the monastery at that park. And so he went around in the morning to see if everything was all right. You know, maybe he picked up litter, and he happened to go down the path where all the lanterns had been. He wanted to make sure that, there was no fires. And so lantern after lantern he checked, and the big lanterns were all out. And it was very curious because when he came to the lantern of the poor lady, it was still going, even though it was the smallest one. So he thought, well, time to put this lantern out. So with his robe, he took, and he went, and it didn't go out. And so then he tried again, and it didn't go out. He tried everything, and somehow this lantern wouldn't go out. So he finished his security round at the monastery, and he went back to the temple, to the Buddha, and he, made bow, and he said, Lord Buddha, all is well at the monastery, but there was a curious thing. This one lantern, I just couldn't get it to go out. Can you help me to understand? And it's interesting because the Buddha said, oh, I know that lamp. I know that lady. And Mahamoggallana said, so why is the lantern still burning? And he said, this lamp is the lamp that is still burning because the woman has such strong virtue and awakening heart. And her lantern is really the symbol of her own great faith. That even when she had to scrounge and beg to make a lantern, she had such strength and she was appreciated by so many people that she had the indomitable lantern, inexhaustible. And so we have in Buddhism, at least in Mahayana Buddhism, the concept of bodhicitta. Have you heard that word at all? Bodhicitta. It means awakening mind and heart. Yeah. And there's some... I was looking in the dictionary. In Sanskrit, it means bodhicitta, which that woman had so strong, was the thought of enlightenment, the aspiration to enlightenment, the intention to reach the complete, perfect enlightenment of the Buddhas in order to liberate all sentient beings in the universe from suffering. So that's what's bodhicitta. And we all have it. We just have to work with it so that it can't be blown out by any particular thing. And I really love what Ken MacLeod, he's an American Buddhist scholar, said in his book Bodhicitta Explained. It is freedom from the confusion of blindness and reactivity, a freedom in which all choice disappears and we simply respond to the needs of others according to the circumstance of our lives. That's beautiful, eh? Yeah. And one version of bodhicitta is expressed in the Mahayana 4 great vows. Beings are numberless, may I free them all. Reactions are endless, may I release them all. Doors to experience are infinite, may I enter them all. Ways of awakening are limitless, may I know them all. In a certain sense, this means whatever life presents to us, we're going to wake up and take care. And so that is the spirit of the woman who had the small lamp, and that is our essential spirit. Sometimes we don't really realize it much, but sometimes we really do. When we really want to reach out and take good care. So on this occasion of Buddha's birthday, we are the continuation of this spirit. We are the continuation of Shakyamuni Buddha's teachings. Pretty awesome. Let me now have you, Lu, share the scripture in the middle-length different discourses. It's called Wonderful and Marvelous, and it's about the birth of the Buddha. And it's interesting, the background. It starts out where the bhikkhus have just come back from begging rounds, and they've eaten together. And then after eating, they're sitting around talking about the Dharma. And they're actually talking about the Buddha's birth on this particular occasion. And who comes up but Ananda, who was, of course, the Buddha's attendant for a great many years of his life. And he was able to memorize all the Buddha's teachings. And so he kind of chipped in to the other bhikkhus who were discussing the birth. And he said, well, I want to share that this was something that happened at the Buddha's birth, and this was something. And so what the bhikkhus replied in response was, as they heard each thing, wonderful and marvelous to hear this story, you know. Then, at the about halfway through, the Buddha turns up. And he said, what are you talking about? Oh, we're talking about your birth. He said, uh-huh. So he listens. And then the Buddha has the last word. And he says, all these things are wonderful and marvelous, but something is actually more wonderful and marvelous. So I like to read this wonderful and marvelous. I've made a Reader's Digest of the scripture. And so that I will read it to you. Can you pass me the bell? And then all these wonderful and marvelous things. And then after I do each verse, then we do wonderful and marvelous. Even then when the Buddha chips in at the end with his most wonderful and marvelous. Okay? Yes? So, Acharya Abhuta Sutta, Sutta 1, 2, 3 from Majjhima Nikaya, the middle-length discourses of the Buddha, wonderful and marvelous. Number 1, that mindful and fully aware, the Bodhisattva appeared in the Tusita heaven. So, wonderful and marvelous. 2, mindful and fully aware, the Bodhisattva remained in the Tusita heaven. Wonderful and marvelous. 3, for the whole of his lifespan, the Bodhisattva remained in the Tusita heaven. Wonderful and marvelous. 4, the Bodhisattva passed away from the Tusita heaven and descended into his mother's womb. 5, when the Bodhisattva passed away from the Tusita heaven and descended into his mother's womb, then a great immeasurable light surpassing the splendor of the gods appeared in the world with its gods, its maras, and its Brahmins, in this generation with its recluses and Brahmins, with its princes and its people. And even in those abysmal world interspaces of vacancy, gloom, and utter darkness, where the moon and the sun, mighty and powerful as they are, cannot make their light prevail, there too a great immeasurable light surpassing the splendor of the gods appeared, and the beings born there perceived each other by that light. When the Bodhisattva has descended into his mother's womb, 4 young deities came to guard him at the 4 quarters, so that no humans or non-humans or anyone at all could harm the Bodhisattva or his mother. When the Bodhisattva had descended into his mother's womb, she became intrinsically virtuous, refraining from killing living beings, from taking what is not given, from misconduct in sexual pleasures, from misconduct in sensual pleasures, from false speech and from wines, liquors, and intoxicants, which are the basis of negligence. Wonderful and marvelous. When the Bodhisattva had descended into his mother's womb, no kind of affliction arose in her. She was blissful and free from bodily fatigue. She saw the Bodhisattva within her womb with all his limbs, lacking no faculty. Wonderful and marvelous. 7 days after the birth of the Bodhisattva, his mother died and reappeared in the Tusita heaven. Wonderful and marvelous. The Bodhisattva's mother gave birth after carrying him in her womb for exactly 10 months. Wonderful and marvelous. The Bodhisattva's mother gave birth to him standing up. Wonderful and marvelous. When the Bodhisattva came forth from his mother's womb, he did not touch the earth. The 4 young gods received him and set him before his mother, saying, "Rejoice, O Queen, a son of great power has been born to you." Wonderful and marvelous. When the Bodhisattva came forth from his mother's womb, he came forth unsullied, unsmeared by water or humors or blood or any kind of impurity, clean and unsullied. Suppose there were a gem placed on kasi cloth, then the gem would not smear the cloth or the cloth the gem. Why is that? Because of the purity of both. Wonderful and marvelous. As soon as the Bodhisattva was born, he stood firmly with his feet on the ground. Then he took 7 steps north, and with a white parasol held over him, he surveyed each quarter and uttered the words of the leader of the herd. "I am the highest in the world. I am the best in the world. I am the foremost in the world. This is my last birth. Now there is no renewal of being for me." Wonderful and marvelous. When the Bodhisattva came forth from his mother's womb, then a great immeasurable light, surpassing the splendor of the gods, appeared in the world with its gods, its maras, and its brahmas. In this generation, with its recluses and brahmins, with its princes and its people. And even in those abysmal world interspaces of vacancy, gloom, and utter darkness, where the moon and the sun, mighty and powerful as they are, cannot make their light prevail. There too, a great immeasurable light surpassing the splendor of the gods appeared, and the beings born there perceived each other by that light. Wonderful and marvelous. And then here's where the Buddha came in. That being so, Ananda, so all this wonderful stuff that's hard to believe or whatever, that being so, Ananda, remember this too as a wonderful and marvelous quality of the Tathagata. Here, Ananda, for the Tathagata, feelings as known as they arise, as they are present, as they disappear. Perceptions are known as they arise, as they are present, as they disappear. Thoughts are known as they arise, as they are present, as they disappear. Remember this too, Ananda, as a wonderful and marvelous quality of the Tathagata. Wonderful. Maybe 3 times at this point. Wonderful and marvelous. Wonderful and marvelous. I particularly like that You know, after a meal, the bhikkhus got to talking about the Dharma. And all of this came out, and then there was a real wisdom that appeared at the end, and everyone recognized that was even greater than the great light of the sun and the moon. So I hope that you may, after meals, have such conversations, and one of you, like the old women, the old man, the young person, comes up with great wisdom, remembering how the story of Buddha's birthday was about having wonderful and marvelous discussions. At the temple, one of the things that our temple is a residential temple, not just with bhikkhus, but all kinds of statuses of people. And we have a schedule, meditation in the morning, at noon, and in the evening. And we have formal meals at breakfast and at lunch. And after breakfast, for about 20 minutes, we always have a Dharma topic. We keep silence in eating for maybe about 10 minutes. And then one person can bring up a topic. And we've been doing it, I guess, for about 4 years. And some people say, people come and go and come and go. That was the best part, the Dharma discussions, Haju. And I agree that we have discussed, you can imagine, over the years, so many different things from scripture, from all aspects of Buddhism. And also we've done singing and telling stories and all kinds of beautiful things so that a Sangha is developed through this kind of practice. So since we all eat, and usually we have a little time after eating, it could be something that you remember, that the bhikkhus did it to talk about Buddha's birth. So let us continue. Perhaps it will work for you. Now, getting to our Zen tradition, we say that we have what are called 3 foundation stones. See if you can remember them when I tell them to you. The first one is peace of mind. In this very moment, there's nothing to worry about. Did you get that? Number 1, peace of mind. In this very moment, there's nothing to worry about. Number 2, contentment. In this very moment, there's nothing lacking. Number 2, contentment. In this very moment, there's nothing lacking. And number 3, in this very moment, it starts with number 3, gratitude. In this very moment, there's always something to be grateful for. So what do you think is the key part of those 3 foundation stones? What do you think? Equanimity.
In the present moment.
Could I repeat the question?
Oh no, the present moment.
Yeah, in this very moment. I think that the 3 foundation stones result in equanimity for sure. But in our Zen training, in our Zen practice, it's always about each present moment. It's so easy for us to be into the future or back in the past when each very moment is really what we've got. The expression is, if you want to know where you've been, look at this very moment. If you want to know where you will be, look at this very moment. So how much care we give to each very moment results in how our life unfolds. It goes back to because of that, there is this. I think that's dependent origination in a nutshell. Because of that, there is this. And what we've got is each very moment. And we say, I often say, just this, just now, just here. And then, okay. That's called the great okay mind, to embrace each present moment. And at retreats, we do some long retreats, and people have to meditate for long hours, and it's at the end, they think they don't have any more energy left sometimes. And I say to them, you have a lot more energy than you think. We do. We're like that woman who made the lamp. And I say, then, if with this life, if not you, then who? If not here, where? If not this, whatever it is, then what? So as life brings us the moments, we dance, in a certain sense. In the dancing is called harmonizing. Always harmonizing. Yeah. Finally, I'd like to give a greeting from Sunchal Sunam. I met him when I was on a pilgrimage in Korea. And I was told before I could meet him that I had to do 3,000 prostrations. You know, the bowing on the floor, 3,000 times. And he was, well, why do you have to do 3,000 prostrations to see this guy? It wasn't about, some really, really special guy, although he certainly was. It was about my awakening spirit. I had to raise it. So here's one of his messages on Buddha's birthday, May 1986. To all you noble Buddhas currently living in prison, happy birthday. To all you austere Buddhas selling your smiles in taverns, happy birthday. To you countless Buddhas twinkling in the night sky, happy birthday. And happy birthday to all of you brightly smiling, beautiful Buddhas in the gardens. To all you Buddhas who've become endlessly changing clouds as you drift across the sky. To all you Buddhas who are quietly biding your time as boulders, a very happy birthday to you too. And happy birthday to all you cute little Buddhas swimming in the water, to all you lively Buddhas soaring about the sky, to all you reverential Buddhas singing hymns in churches, and to all you handsome Buddhas chanting in temples and viharas. To all you Buddhas hoeing and plowing the fields and paddies, to all you Buddhas sweating in the humming factories, to all you Buddhas working in dust and dirt, and to all of you Buddhas quietly studying in classrooms, let me wish you all a very happy birthday. When I open my eyes, you are Buddha. When I close my eyes, you are Buddha. Every place in the universe is filled with Buddha. Although we all have different guises and appearances, we're all manifestations of this one Buddha. Everything is equal, and everything is magnificent. So let us transcend our torments in this world of Buddha and enjoy happiness. How marvelous that every single place is a site for liberation from suffering and ignorance. And I repeat, how marvelous that every single place is a site for liberation and freedom from suffering and ignorance. To all you Buddhas wearing the gentle smile of compassion and delivering the Dharma in a sound even greater than thunder, to all you Buddhas who fill every corner of the universe, every day is a wonderful day. And every day is our birthday. So let us all eternally respect and congratulate one another. Please remember, if not you, then who? If not here, where? And if not this, what? Wherever you are. You are Buddha here and now. You are Buddha here and now. You are Buddha here and now. And I'm a terrible singer. And every day is a fine day. Okay.
That was wonderful and marvelous. I like that too. Sonim, it's different. We always teach the Dhamma here. I felt like it's very unique. It's just like learning from a mother. It's very different. So there was a wonderful Dhamma talk. Very interesting. I think today is the day that we have to talk about the Buddha, his birth, his enlightenment, his teachings, of course, and what we have to cultivate. So you touched all these points, I think, very refined if you are mindful. So you touched all these aspects during your talk, your speech. So thank you very much. Thank you. So we are very grateful to you, your service. You are a blessing to the society. So we wish you all the best and great success, and you may finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Thank you very much. Okay. So that was wonderful. So that's the end of the Dhamma talk today. The main highlight of the program today. So we have a couple of items to continue. We have devotional singing by our Dhamma school kids and adults, which will be in the backyard by the river. It's going to be a wonderful experience. I kindly request you all to join. Please go down and sit on the chairs and be a part of that. Enjoy the beautiful nature, enjoy the beautiful devotional singing, and be a part of that. So we need your support in that. And also we have this beautiful flower basket auction as usual. So you can join that as well there. And then we have the free food sharing, the Dansala. So I would like to take this opportunity, since we are all together here, to thank everybody for joining this wonderful event, celebration, our Vesak celebration 2018. So this temple has been there for 21 years. This is the 21st year of the temple. So we want to thank each and everybody for supporting the temple, for supporting the monks, taking care of all the day-to-day activities and all other necessary things here, offering the dana, daily dana to the monks, making monthly donations, contributions to the temple. That's how you are enjoying this facility, beautiful, cool environment, atmosphere. So you all are part of that. So we want to thank each and everybody. So we have board of trustees, board of directors, who is taking care of all these matters, and everybody is connected somehow to this entity. Therefore, I would like to remind you of our weekly activities here. That is the most important thing, as the best gift that we can give to the community, congregation. So you have to be a part of that. So we have a Dhamma school for kids every other Sunday, except the summer vacation. And also we have weekly meditation programs, Monday and Wednesday evenings from 7:30 to 9, conducted in English. And Friday evening from 7:30 to 9, conducted in Sinhalese. And Saturday morning from 8:30 to 9:30, the beginners meditation class conducted in English. So these weekly programs are very special. So we want to be a part of that to get the best, the benefit of this vihara, this temple. That is the most important thing you can learn, you can get for your life. Learning the Dhamma, practicing the Dhamma, the most important thing. And also we have a monthly Sil Day retreat for the full moon day. So different people sponsor offering of the dana to those days. And also we want to remind you that we have a youth group connected to the temple. So it is also very important. We need to educate our young generation in this Buddhist, wonderful Buddhist traditions, teachings, customs. So we have many kids joining, taking part in that youth group. They are doing a wonderful job, great service, volunteer activities to the community. And as you can see, there's a canned food drive. So still we collect these items to donate to the hungry people. So the youth group is doing this kind of activities. And also in August, a blood drive is coming up. It is also organized by this youth group. So I kindly request our parents to send your kids. If they are 12 and above, they can be a part of that group and they can join these noble activities. And also, I want to remind you as a special thing, as you know, from the beginning of this temple up to this moment. So temple is mainly run by your generous contributions, your monthly donations. That's how we pay bills directly, to say. There's no any other way. So if you are not a monthly contributing member, I invite you, I request you to become a part of that group and help the temple, help the monks, help take care of all the activities here, be a part of this great noble service to the community. So if you are not a contributing member, please do so. I think this is the best time to remind you that, as some of our devotees have reminded me to remind them if they have not made their monthly annual contributions. So this is the time to consider that. So thank you very much for doing that. And also people who are contributing their time, energy, knowledge, like our Dhamma school teachers and everybody. As I mentioned earlier, they are doing whatever they can to help the temple. So we want to thank all of them, all of you. And also today, having this special program, the Vesak celebration, we know many people are working so hard to bring this together, especially practicing of devotional songs and preparing free food, arranging things, especially sponsoring the flower basket for the auction, things like that. So we want to thank each and everybody for dedicating their time, energy, and all the resources. So this is the end of our first part of the program. So now we have the devotional song singing and the flower basket auction by the river. So without hanging around up here, I kindly request you all to proceed to the river area, to the stage, and make yourself comfortable there until they get ready. Okay? Thank you very much. All the blessings to you. And now the pirikara will be offered to the monks. So please witness, please be a part of these offerings to the Sangha. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, now let's go to the river. So please, I want to remind our parents to watch your kids as you go to the river area. So please watch your kids. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.